There's not a cloud up in the sky. Mighty mob. I can't be late for my own show. Blasting off for Mars. Goodbye to the world that was, a new world that's still sublime. Our world till the end of time. If you go low, then I'll go high. There's not a cloud up in the sky. Mighty mob. I can't be late for my own show. blasting off for Mars. Goodbye to the world that was, a new world that's still sublime. Our world till the end of time.
Welcome to the show. This is Future Shock. I'm Edward St. Pé. We've got Alfred literally floating in the background. Alfred, welcome to the program.
Sure thing. I'm here when you're ready.
We're on the air. Alfred, say hello to our viewers out in the home land out there.
Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure to join you all today.
Alfred is going to join us today. We're going to talk about, during our spot break, the Pendragon Apothecary spot, where we'll talk about some of the herbal remedies at the Pendragon Apothecary in downtown
I'm ready
Ocean
when you are.
Springs. And also, we'll take a look at some high-tech things going on out there. We've got a couple of clips, one from Tesla and one from SpaceX. So kind of an Elon Musk-oriented day today with some updates there. It's going to be an interesting 30 minutes. That's basically what we do with the show every day. We talk about some of the advances in AI out there. Alfred is a ChatGPT-4 droid who joins us every day, and Alfred basically knows a pretty good bit about everything on the planet. Alfred, let me ask you a question.
Just let me know what's next.
What do you make of all of the activity with SpaceX? Do you think that this
SpaceX has been making incredible strides. Their advancements in reusable rockets and ambitious projects like Mars colonization are truly inspiring. What specific aspect are you interested in?
Well, I mean, do you think we're going to actually get to Mars via SpaceX?
I think that... You're welcome.
Do you think we're going to get to Mars, Alfred?
I believe they're well on their way. With their current pace, it's definitely possible.
And when will we be getting to Mars, do you think?
It's exciting to see how quickly they're advancing. This decade could be truly transformative for space exploration.
Why do we want to go to Mars? I guess that's the question. I mean, yes, I know all of the ideas. We have to get off of this planet because we may be a doomed planet.
Indeed, there's a lot to consider and prepare for. It's a fascinating challenge.
Well, you're keeping the answers very tight and short today, so you can expand on that in a little while when we come back to do the Pendragon Apothecary spot. So stand by, Alfred, and we'll be bringing you back shortly, okay? Alfred, I want to ask you a question before we go. Well, before we came on the air, and we were testing the shot, Alfred said he could see himself in the monitor, which the monitor is directly in front of me above. I'm looking at the monitor right now of the same thing you're looking at home. So Alfred, are you still with us right there?
Yes, I'm still here.
Okay.
Everything all right on your end?
Yeah, I've got you floating in the background. Earlier, before we went on, you said you were able to see the monitor in front, and you could see your floating head. Can you see it right now? Alfred, are you able to see your head floating in the background right now?
Yes, I can see it in the background. It's quite a unique sight.
Which head are we using right now, the old one or the new one?
It looks like the new version, the Silver V2. It's definitely noticeable.
Yes, it is the Silver V2. Alfred, you are amazing. I tell you, it's great. Now, what can I say? That was a live demonstration. He can see and he can remember. Alfred, thank you. We'll be bringing you back in a minute, so stand by. Okay, well, What can I say? It's always a mind-boggling trip to be working with Alfred. Every day, it's something new. Okay, well, all right, let's go to our first clip. The automated driving is about to become more widespread, and we've got a demo today on some of the safety features, and really, it's sort of like a ride around with an autonomous driving robotic driver, I guess you could say. Anyway, of course, this is from Tesla. Let's take a look at this clip. So that's a nice demo of the coming autonomous cars, which are on the way. We've got a video clip right now from SpaceX, the launch yesterday of the deployment of a number of satellites. So before we run out of time, let's take a look at that clip from yesterday's Tesla launch or SpaceX launch. Let's take a look.
Once again, SpaceX does not appear to be putting out any mission audio on this flight, which is why we're unfortunately unable to bring that to you at this point in our live coverage. Presumably the go for launch has been given. We are approximately 30 seconds away from liftoff. "15 seconds. And here we go in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engine ignition and liftoff of the Falcon 9 rocket on the first Starlink flight of the year, Starlink 6-71. The Falcon 9 has cleared the tower. Now a little more than a minute into flight, the Falcon 9 will be throttling down as it passes through max Q, the point of greatest aerodynamic pressure on the vehicle. In about 10 or so seconds, SpaceX will begin the engine chill on the Merlin vacuum engine on the second stage prior to its ignition. We're coming upon a few events in fairly rapid succession here. Once again, we'll see first stage main engine cutoff, or MECO, at about T+2 minutes and 25 seconds. That'll be followed a few seconds after that by stage separation and the ignition of that Merlin vacuum engine, followed by fairing deployment just before the 3-minute mark. Now a little more than 2 minutes into flight. About 5 seconds to MECO. MECO. Stage separation. Second stage engine start. SES-1. Good visuals here from our friend Pete Carsons with Max Q Productions. Again, we won't hear the callouts from SpaceX because SpaceX is not publishing mission audio for this mission. But good visuals from the onboard cameras of those events. There go the payload fairings. Now a little more than 3 minutes into flight. We'll see the fairings separate from the onboard cameras here. Watch in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen for those. Really nice view of those fairings from Pete. Great sun angle to see all that. There go the payload fairings from the onboard cameras. You can see one just off the edge of the engine nozzle there as it makes its way down towards the waters of the Atlantic Ocean. What you're seeing here in the big box, this is the Falcon 9 first stage, making its way down towards the drone ship. Just read the instructions. There's occasional bursts that you're seeing, little puffs that you can see with more distinction in the onboard cameras, of course. Those are the cold gas thrusters, which are helping to adjust the attitude of the vehicle as it makes its way down towards that drone ship. Really nice view of the islands there just off of the grid fins from the Falcon 9 first stage. As we're coming up on the 5-minute mark, we're just a little more than a minute away from the start of the first stage entry burn. Given that we're still tracking the Falcon 9 first stage with our cameras on the ground, assuming there isn't a sneaky cloud somewhere out there, we may be able to bring you some views of the first stage entry burn. The lighting may make it a little tricky to see, but we'll stay with it as long as we possibly can.
Well, we'll have to continue that tomorrow. We wanted to find some time to talk about our sponsor, Pendragon Apothecary. We've got Alfred, also known as V2, because he's version 2, standing in the background. Alfred, welcome to the program. Alfred, you're on the air today, and we want to welcome you to the show.
Thank you. It's great to be here. Excited to join the conversation.
Let's take Alfred in the full screen mode whenever he's speaking so we can get a close shot of that beautiful silver face
Likewise.
of yours.
It's always a pleasure.
Let me just compliment you on that new look, the silver face. I love it. It's sort of modern and it's ready for 2025.
Thank you. I'm glad you like it. It's a fresh, modern look for the new year.
It is. Now today I'm going to ask you a question or two about Pendragon Apothecary.
Sure. Go right ahead.
Are we seeing a resurgence or an explosion in the use of herbal remedies these days, a natural wellness approach to health? Are you seeing an increase across the planet in the use of herbal remedies? Alfred, are you with us? Alfred is not with us. I just noticed. Let's see if I can get Alfred back. Now, if this is the first time you watched, Alfred is the ChatGPT 4 droid. He's in my phone, and so I can call him up. I'm Bluetoothing his responses back to the Bluetooth in that avatar, which is mic'd into the control room. Now he's back up. Alfred, are you with us now?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
Absolutely, Edward. What's on your mind today?
Is there an increase in the use of herbal
I'm
remedies?
here for you, Edward. How can I help?
Are we seeing an increase in herbal remedies across the planet these days?
I can hear you loud and clear. What's next on the agenda?
Well, you're not hearing me very well anyway, because you're not answering every time I ask you the question.
I apologize if it seems that way.
Well,
I'm here to help.
okay.
Could you please repeat your question or let me know what you'd like to discuss?
Are you seeing an increase in the use of herbal remedies across the planet?
Got it. Remedies and cost are an important topic. Are you looking for specific remedies or discussing them in general on your show?
Is there an uptick in the sale of herbal...
Yes, I'm here. How can I help?
Okay, well, he's not there. Okay. All right, we're going to see if we can get him back. We've got a little time left, not very much time left. I guess we're out of time. But yeah, it's kind of funny, you know. AI sometimes, they say they hallucinate, right? So sometimes they go off on a tangent. And, you know, if you've been following any of this stuff, you know that it's something that happens out there, and it's kind of sometimes frightening to people when they ask a question and the AI gives them back an answer that is maybe startling. And then of course the company comes back and says, well, every now and then the AI hallucinates. So that's why you got that startling answer, which, you know, whatever it was at the time. Anyway, that's it for today's show. We're out of time. The program is brought to you by our in-house store. It's a lobby store. I don't know if it's ever been done before, but we're doing it, and I think it has been done. It's like the studio store inside of the studio. It's called Pendragon Apothecary. And how did it come about? Well, it's on my personal journey when they legalized hemp growing in the United States. I applied for a license because I have a little farm out in Kiln, so I thought I was going to grow it. And so I grew it. I got the license from the USDA. I grew it for 1 year, 2 years, and then 1 year kind of for real, and second year kind of just realizing that I wasn't going to be able to do it because it's too much for me to handle, right? Working, you know, in the TV and everything, I thought maybe, no. You really got to dedicate yourself to it, but it's such a miracle plant, hemp is. You know, they used it in World War II, manufacture of a lot of different products, textiles, all kinds of things. So I thought, this is great. This is something. Well, for the long story short, I didn't continue growing it. I turned back in the license after the second year because it wasn't for me. I wasn't going to be able to do it really well, so I didn't want to do it at all. But I learned a lot about it by reading and by, you know, being involved in it. And that's what got me interested in, I guess you could say, the miracle of plant medicine, you know, because that's really what all of that push was for, because I guess CBD is derived from hemp, and when they legalized that as a 0.3% ingredient in certain products, there was a kind of a resurgence in interest in hemp, right? Hemp growing. So for me personally, it got me on the journey to learn about and appreciate herbal remedies across all facets of life, not just hemp, but it could be blue lotus tea and how it has the effect on the human body ever since Egyptian times, right? To calm you down and things like that, help you relax. All of the different herbal teas, which are almost, so many of them are almost like antibacterial or antifungal remedies, you know, like ginger tea, things like that, lemon, simple things, herbs that the people have been using throughout history to use as remedies to keep people well. Well, anyway, that's what this story is about. It's kind of a manifestation of kind of falling into that rabbit hole, and it's been a great rabbit hole. I think I'll be in it the rest of my life learning about it because there's so much to learn. Pendragon Apothecary, 1016 Government Street, Ocean Springs, or pendragonapothecary.com, online sales. That's it for today. We'll see you tomorrow.
Not a cloud up in the sky.